So we just ran and picked up them parts that we discussed in the last video, and you got to see a little clip of how long it takes us. It's just a couple minutes down the road to get from the house to the shop. So we're here. Let's go inside. Let's get a tour done. You can kind of see how it's laid out, some future plans, and then let's open these parts up and see what they look like. All right, so we're inside the shop. It's raining again, and a little bit different view for you guys. So we dropped them glass windows off. That didn't take too long. A little sketchy unloading those. They were pretty heavy. I think the guy told me they were like 300 pounds a piece. Each box had like a window in it, and they were all like screwed together and stuff. So they were pretty heavy. They had to separate them so their forklift could pick them off. They could get like 3 max, and the back tires are coming off. So we got that done. Excuse me. And we got a reload set up, and a reload was 1.3 miles down the road. Didn't get any video from that. It was pretty plain Jane, and it was super dirty. It was crazy dirty, and I didn't even know what it was. I pulled in there, and we got ready to go, and it looked like it was a coal factory, just black shit everywhere. It was nasty. I talked to the guy loading, I guess it's graphite, and it was in them big bulk bags. And then they put them bags on a pallet, and they'll just load them on a flatbed, and you throw straps over them. Well, and the kind of stoke, it was nice, kept the wind off them too, so it wasn't blowing shit all over everybody's cars. But that went right back up to Hartford, Wisconsin, which is not that far away. It's about 45 minutes or so from here. So today is Thursday. We delivered them this afternoon, or about 3 o'clock. So when we got there, we had to be there by 4:30. We were able to get there at 3 o'clock today, unloaded them super quick, swept the trailer off because it was nasty, and got set up. We have a reload coming out of Wisconsin about an hour from here, give or take. It's gonna take me about an hour to get there, but it sounds like it's probably like a coil of steel, and that's going right up. If you remember, I picked them steel I-beams up in Georgia, and they went right up like a block away from our shop. The steel coils go to the same place. So, and it's great. It pays like $1,100, and it's only like 300 something miles. So it's good pay. It's good money. Gotta do that all the time, you know. But let me get you from here and do makeshift holders and give you guys a little bit different view. But kind of go around the shop. Maybe we'll look at some of the stuff on the truck that we talked about, show you what we did, and then I'll show you these parts. You can see them there, right there. I brought them in. It's raining outside. It's pouring like hell. So let's get to it. All right, so you can see we got a man door now. A big old garage door. I think it's 16 by 14, something like that. But it's nice to have this man door. You can see, got a nice little digital readout. Heater's way back there. Workbench is a mess. Everything's a mess. I kind of cleaned the floor up earlier a little bit, but as you can see, the rig, plenty of room. The rig fits. I gotta build. I think the plan is to take all the stuff off the shelf here. We're gonna clean this up a bit. We're gonna build some shelving here, so when you come in, you just turn a little bit, and then you'll be right here. But a couple layer shelves here will allow me to get all this crap staged over here and use this as an actual workbench. And you know, that's gonna be so much nicer. I got all this crap from all the straps from the RV hauling and crap like that. If you guys don't have any of these, I tell you what, I make it a habit to go to our Fleet Farm store here. You can buy these. You pay by the pound. Grade 8 bolts. Pull right off like that. They just got a little lip on the back and they hook. Super cheap, but my God, is that nice to have. Just bolt on hand, and they're all organized. That's great. As you can see, we got slop sink now. That's our on-demand water heater. The boat's in here. It's been neglected. I haven't even had time to mess with it. We just kind of got it in here and let it sit. It's still a little tight, but you can squeeze back here pretty good. Got our compressor back here. I want to build shelves back here too, so I can get all this stuff up and stored. You know, all this. This is all just masking paper and plastic for masking stuff off. Great for doing body work, stuff like that. But you can see we got plenty of room. You know, I think those are 5 feet apart. So we got about 11 feet behind the truck, and we got enough room to open the hood yet. So, but those are the new mud flap hangers we put on. Those are spring loaded. So those are super nice. The old one was just like a rusted bar that came out, and that was crappy. And then when our airbag, that front airbag, like this on the front axle, when that one would bleed out, all the back suspension would drop. And I had trimmed the mud flaps with it all the way down because the mud flaps are a little long. That's why they got that curl on them. Because it would bleed down and the back of the truck would just sit down to the ground and the mud flaps would be on the ground and then bent up. So they're kind of, maybe they'll work themselves out. I don't know, eventually maybe we'll get some new ones. I got to get some new quarter fender flaps. But it all comes in time, right? Squeeze up here. I try to keep the shop pretty clean. There's our new lug covers we put on. Nothing gaudy. They screw on, so they're not going to come loose, but I got to polish them rims up. I cleaned them up once, and it did so much better. But they corrode. They need a good polish. I mean, that step could use a good polish, def tank polish. Fuel tanks, you could buff that out. You could turn this tank to look like this, but all within time. I don't even know. But what I was talking about, so chicken lights go under here. It's a chrome trim piece that goes all the way along here, and then you have lights all the way down here, so light up this whole area because there's no lighting, you know, all the way down. And this thing is, what do we measure? 27 feet from front of the bumper to the back of the tire. So she's got some length to her. That's a pretty big sleeper. You know, I wish we had windows in that sleeper, but there's a little bit of a thing up there I noticed. It's kind of funny how you don't notice things until after a while. And then these are just plastic shrouds. This truck has an option to have vertical stacks come up there. That'd be nice someday. Maybe a drop visor. It's not factory. That'd be nice. But clean the headlights up. They look nice. That's that. Clean some of that off. That's the LED high beam. That thing is crazy bright. And then that's our projector. We put a LED in there as well. Here, I'll turn them on quick so you guys can see they're the same color. So Peterbilt's got this cool function. The button right there, you can see it. Get out on it. This one right here has got a check mark. You check your lights. And you have your key on, right? Hit that. And then it tells you up on the dash that it's testing lights. Turns on all the four ways. Turns on all your lights. There's our low beams. And then it turns on your high beams for you. Crazy bright. As you can see now, they're both the same color now. So much better. Cool way to check your lights though, to make sure everything's working. So when it does the brights, it actually turns on your brake lights out back too. So you can test you can see if your brake lights are working. You can see if your turn signals are working. Pretty cool function. You can see those are working back there. So just quick show you guys that, and then turn it off. You just hit it again, turns it off. Pretty sweet. So this is the that should be those air nozzle extenders. Check this thing out. Looks like it's made by ProLift. It's called the Z Creeper. So it's just a standard creeper when it's down, but it folds up into a rolling seat. And then you could probably still set stuff on here if you wanted to. I'm curious. They had two colors. They had black and green, and the green one was like $50 or $60. And then the black was a little bit more, but I don't give a crap what color it is. I'm pretty sure I got the green one. Yep. Right there. So check them things out. Let's bust this thing open quick and see what she looks like. Real quick while we're at it, we might as well do a thing on this. So this is that Milwaukee grease gun that we bought. Pretty sweet little unit. It's got a hook here and a hook here. That's for that carrying strap. But this is your work light, right? So you just push that button and it'll turn on your work light. This is a set pump thing, or dial. On is just continuous pump as long as you pull it. But say if we only want to put a couple, say we want to put 5 pumps in, turn that to 5, it'll only pump 5 times until you let go of the trigger and do it again. So that's a pretty cool feature. And then this, I believe this is a torque. It's either a torque or a pressure. I really don't monkey with that. I leave it there. It seems to do good. I imagine that maybe if you've got a situation where you've got a grease zerk that's just fighting you, you could probably turn that over and get some pressure built up. But it's got a neat little holder. Just put that in and pull that out. Real long whip. I think it's a 3-foot whip. Real long whip, so you can get into them tight spots. But it's a little pricey. You got this thing right here. That is a bleeder, so when you change out your tube, hit your trigger, push that in, and that breather hole there lets all the air out, and then you'll get grease coming out, and just wipe that off, and you're good to go. It's a pretty sweet little unit. Got a stand for it. With as many grease zerks that are on that truck, darn happy about that. But that's kind of the idea of when we put the shelving, I could buy grease and oil and filters and all that stuff in bulk. Save some money there. And all the storage stuff can go back there. So that's the idea, but let's open this creeper and see what she looks like. Well, that didn't take long. I think that took me about 15 minutes, and don't even need the directions. I'll give you a little chintzy wrench with that, and that'll go. Bye-bye. So, 15 minutes, boom, there she is. As you can see, she's made for the Shinfu Company of America. Does that mean it's American made? Nope, it's made in China. It's all right. That little plastic on there was busted on the packaging. It's 4 bolts. You put a bolt there, and then the headpiece bolts into here. washers on it. You got a little locker here, which prevents that from pulling up, which is, you just pull that button. So once you pull that up, as you can see, there's a little locker. That pin that you just pulled locks in place. This folds it out. Here's the real test. If I bust my ass. Woo! Look at that. Heck yeah, buddy. Perfect for doing this. As you can see, got a little tool storage. You can put stuff, rags and stuff down here. Be working on tires. Awesome. Definitely worth it. That's why I love this thing. That's why I was saying that's not my first purchase, but most expensive. These things are amazing. If you get the M18 version of this, it's got a little bit different head on it. A lot more torque than this. Tons more torque. It's way faster. But this, got a little battery indicator. That gets the job done, for sure. I really need to get a toolbox. I used to have one. I gave it to a buddy when I didn't have room. That's on my list of things to get. But heck yeah, that's gonna make greasing on the bottom side of that way better. And there's our valve extenders. So let me show you what we got going here. Those, see if you got right on top, there we go. So getting at that valve stem, when you come in through here, my air chuck has to come in at an angle, and I can't get on it. I'll show you the air chuck. It hits that hole in the rim. See what I'm saying? So when I'm going in there, this part is hitting the rim. So if I bring it out more, it should work. Let's hope. So, I think that's going to end it for this video. We're just going to hang out here and put those on quick, and then we're home for the weekend, spend some time with the kids, and then we'll go pick up that load. We'll come back maybe tomorrow, give this thing a bath. Shouldn't look too bad, but if you get up close, you can see she's dirty. She needs a bath. Give her a bath, maybe grease her up. But all in all, I like the new shop. I sound Mandarin. It's still raining. It's ridiculous. There's the old girl. She's tired. She's got a pretty bad oil leak. I think the main seal's out on it. The other day, or last time I pulled in here and pulled the truck out, backed the truck in, and I went away for the week. When I came back, there was about a half a quart of oil sitting on the floor. Not good. So that'll be a project eventually, but that'll do it for now. We're gonna try out the old creeper. All in all, I'd say it's worth it. 50 bucks, heck yeah. I mean, I see Harbor Freight and all them places have other creepers. The solid plastic ones are like 40, 50 bucks, but they don't double as a stool. And that comes in handy. So, till then, we'll see you later.